Scott X 1307. Excuse me. Got a another flea market haul. Yesterday, me and my girlfriend went to the flea market. Got there later than I wanted to get there. We got there at about 9:30. I had a back of my Explorer full of stuff, and we set up at a table. They had a special today, yesterday actually. They have a whole row of tables outside, but they're covered. They're usually $12 a table. The other outside tables are $10. And yesterday they were running a special $10 a day on the covered tables. So set up there. It was a good morning. It was overcast, but it wasn't raining. Nice and cool, good little breeze. It got hot as hell in the afternoon, humid as shit, and excuse my language, but man, yeah, it got pretty damn hot and humid. And about 2 o'clock we packed up and left. It started dying down really fast. Sun came out and it got really bad outside. It was a good morning. Made a little bit of money, not a ton. Last time I went, made like $130. This time, together we made about $90. I made about $98. I made about $65, and I think she made about $33, something like that. So it was pretty cool. Just selling off some old stuff, clearing out space, trying to in the next year or so, trying to find a new place to move. I need a little more space. I need a room of my own to get my stuff out of the way. So just getting rid of some stuff and things like that. But since we both made a little bit of money, we decided to run over to the comic vendor, since it's at the same flea market. And you know, quarter books, you can spend, you know, $3-4 and get a good number of books. So we went in there and I ended up spending $12. I got, these are all the quarter books, are 5 for $1, and some pretty good stuff. We'll go into that. There was another group of books I will be doing in a different video. They were dollar books, and it was about 4 of them. We'll get into these 5 for $1, and some of these are pretty cool. Like always, I find the neatest stuff in the quarter bins there. Sometimes some surprisingly good stuff. This week I found from Dark Horse Comics, and this is 90s, 93, 94, or something like that, I think. I remember the movie came out, had Jamie Lee Curtis in it. It's Virus. The movie was okay. I think it had a lot more potential than they explored in the movie. But I remember it was based on a series. Had never seen the actual comic before. And here's issue number 1. This is a pretty cool cybernetic creature thing from in the book, and it's a Mike Plug cover, so that's pretty awesome. Remember, this book was kind of hot for a month or two back in the 90s, but I flipped through. It looks pretty good. Definitely tell that the movie was based off of it. And then it's pretty cool. I found a couple more issues of this series, The Atomics, by Mike Allred, from a few years ago. Got a couple of issues of them already. Still haven't found issue 1, but I got issue number 8 here, and issue 11. It's just some great Mike Allred art. They always have pretty cool covers. Look at the back of this one. It's got a little cutout paper figure you can make, and it's supposed to fly. It's pretty neat. Reminds me of old Silver Age books. Found another issue of this Tick spinoff, Paul the Samurai. This is issue number 2. In pretty decent condition. It's got a little wear to it, but probably in fine. Oh, well, I take that back. There's a pretty damn big crease on the back. So, anyway, 20 cents. Interior pages are still pretty white. I found the first 3 issues. I remember this series came out. I didn't pick it up. It got a little hot for a while, but I don't know. I don't know if anybody's still into it now. I know it didn't last the longest, but I think it's called The Creech, and it's Capullo. It's just a weird creature. I always like these covers though. This is back when he was still kind of doing his McFarlane-esque style. There's issue number 2. And issue number 3. That was pretty cool. Found a few more issues of the series Creed by Trent Kaniga. He started this book when he was like 17, 18, something like that. He was still in high school. This is another issue number 2 from Lightning. And then I found issue 1 and 2. And this is from like 98 from Avatar. Issue 1, issue 2. They're pretty cool. And I found this. This is Ethan Van Sciver and Trent Kaniga. It's Creed, or Cyber Frog versus Creed. I don't know if anybody remembers Cyber Frog, created by Ethan Van Sciver. Again, he was young. He was like 19. It was back with a company called Hall of Heroes. And then he went on to get published at Harris. And of course, everybody knows what he's gone on to do with Marvel and DC. But this is some earlier stuff. Cyber Frog. Just always thought that was weird. And then I found this, and I've switched these around. You can see front and back. There's 2 issues, 2 copies of the same issue. Star Reach Classics number 6 from Eclipse Comics. Some really cool P. Craig Russell art. And when I got it, both issues were on the same side, one behind the other, and I didn't even notice, and I guess he didn't either. I got 2 issues of that by accident, and those are both in really great shape. They say some good P. Craig Russell art. And speaking of, I found First Comics Elric Weird of the White Wolf number 1. And this is a really cool cover. This is actually Michael T. Gilbert. And the interior art's Michael T. Gilbert as well, according to the credits. And I looked through the whole thing, and I didn't see P. Craig Russell's name anywhere in the interior. So I'm not sure what he did on this book. But still, Michael T. Gilbert art, and it's Elric, which is pretty cool. And I found this was nice. I'd never been able to find this, especially for cheap, before. This is Grendel Warchild from Dark Horse, issue number 1. That's a neat painted cover, and this is a more dark, bloodier take on Grendel. So, and I saw these, and I figured I'd pick them up. The covers are cool. They're written by Ann Nocenti, and it's art by Van Fleet. And it's got this neat, dark noirish kind of feel to it, kind of almost like a Frank Miller or Mike Mignola. It's Typhoid, number 1, and number 2. Of course, it's Typhoid Mary. So those are pretty cool. I didn't know she had a little mini-series, so it's pretty neat. I saw this, had to grab it for 20 cents. Hercules, Prince of Power, number 1. That's a pretty awesome cover. And again, 20 cents. Had to grab this. I always like these gimmick covers, even though they are gimmicks. This is a pretty neat book. Generation X #1. It's got this chromium cover. Like I said, of all the gimmick books, I always like these. I still do. I think they should bring some of these back every now and then. Very sparingly, but you know, here and there would be pretty nice. And I found 3 issues from the Amalgam Comics back in the 90s. Found X Patrol, which is X-Men and Doom Patrol. I love this. This Shatter Starfire. Also got Bullets and Bracelets, which is like Punisher and Wonder Woman, but it's not Wonder Woman. It's just Diana. And Super Soldier, which is Superman and Captain America kind of crossed together, which is kind of weird, but it's pretty neat. Alright, now this is the last 3 DC books. I picked this up. It's early Liefeld art. Talking Dove #1. His art still wasn't the greatest, but it's before he got all out of proportion, I think, with the X-Force and stuff, and the big guns and 50 extra muscles on each limb and things like that. But I don't know. It was 20 cents. I figured, what the hell. I saw this, and this looked pretty neat. It's awesome George Perez cover. Honestly, hadn't heard of this before. Haven't read it. War of the Gods #1. Just look at that. Nobody does the multi-character cover like George Perez. Just amazing. I mean, no matter how far back you go, how small the character is, if you know the character, you can still make it out. Just amazing. And last, picked up this Vertigo preview, #1. This is from the 90s. It's got a pretty neat Sandman story in it. I figured, what the hell, it's Sandman. It's got death on the cover here, so maybe an early appearance of that version of Death. So, anyway, it was pretty neat. So that's it for the cheap books, dirt cheap books. 5 for $1. And like I said, I got about $4 books that are 25% off when he totals it up. So this and those were $12 total. So I don't know, this was like maybe $9. I'm not going to count them all. But it was pretty cool. Good day at the flea market. Made some money. Got some books. Awesome. So thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the likes and the comments on all the videos. Please keep it up. And I'll keep putting the videos out as often as I can. Thanks again for watching. Everybody take care. And till next time, keep reading those books. Later.